Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress. I was just edging these cards and I thought maybe you would like to hang out with me on my bed and experience kind of an ASMR type edging, not edging, experience of how I work with these cards. So you may have seen the flip through of the Gospel of Aradia cards. And I decided to trim off the border, and now I'm edging them. So let's just do that together. So I chose orange because the colors in the cards themselves had a lot of orange energy, and I felt that I wanted to bring out that orange energy. I like to work on on top of a black surface so I can see the line really clearly. And you'll see what I mean when I get to some white spots. Let me see if I can. I guess that the zoom will come in and out, so bear with me. I think we got all the edges of this card. So we can compare them to the rest. And that's what it looks like so far. And when you do that, you can see the spots that need to be fixed. This is what I do, and I mean, in some ways it's relaxing, and sometimes it takes patience if you don't have patience, right? All right. But definitely, if you need sort of something just to focus on that has nothing to do with anything else, it's a good way to just sort of release things that are on your mind. You can do this listening to music and stuff. So you'll see on the next card how white it is. I think this part is the satisfying part, seeing the white change colors as I color it. Kind of do sort of a scratching motion because when you edge the cards, the edges become kind of absorbent, they become unglossy cardstock. And so it takes a little bit of ink and actually and you might miss some of the spots if you don't kind of do it in sort of a scratching motion. You see, like I could do like that, but see, it's sort of lighter, and here you get a little bit more intensity. Now, sometimes you might slip, and with these cards, they're very nice because they're glossy, and pretty much anything you can just wipe off with your finger with a little cloth. It's if you're doing it with tarot cards, it's a little bit harder because usually the texture of tarot cards are not glossy, so you have to be a little more careful. This is my air conditioning turning off. It's still very hot in this part of the world. It's funny because I've lived in a lot of different places, or visited at least, in a lot of different places, and some places, they don't even have to use AC. They just open the windows or whatever during the summer, but they definitely have to use the heat during the winter. I've even been to Alaska where I had to make a fire every day in the middle of July. It's so funny. Just to keep the house warm. There, in Alaska, in the middle of the day, it would get a little bit warm. 70s, maybe even 80. Maybe. But then for some reason it would start to rain and cool things off again. So there we go. And I'll just put that with the rest of them, and then I'll do the check like I normally do. Like I could do a group card check now if you want, just to see how it compares to the rest. Make sure I did it. So you can see on the edges, and I mean on the corners, maybe I need a little bit more. I'll go over those later. It's kind of hard to see when I'm looking through a phone. So you can see all these spots on this side that I'll have to go over. But that's satisfying too. And satisfying to see it like it really become a real solid color and very vibrant. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. And I don't know, how long do you want to do this? Maybe until we're done. I'll tell you stories while I'm doing it. Whatever stories pop into my mind, I guess. I was watching Melanie. So, the first thing I did this morning was I decided, okay, I'll pull a Gospel of Aradia card to see what I need to focus on today. And the first thing that came out was sisterhood. So I realized I should check on my sisters. I need to check on my real life sister too, my actual sister, my biological sister. And I love her very much, and we're really close. And she's so sweet and supportive of my channel too. But right away, I mean, the sisterhood card was talking about don't gossip about your sisters. Don't, cause problems for them. Otherwise, that's not really being a sisterly, You see how this kind of, you can just rub it away, see? So yeah, we're all kind of in a such society that judges and everything, and a lot of times that comes to mind when we watch these channels and things like that. It's almost like somebody's entertaining us. It's almost like we have the right to judge them. But I feel it's kind of the opposite. If someone's providing a free, loving service from their heart, then they have what they deserve and what they should be paid by love in return. But we do it not expecting love in return because we do it unconditionally, right? So that's how, at least I know Melanie is that way, and a lot of the light workers and tarot readers out there. So, yeah, I got to check on all my other sisters who I know they go through struggles, like we're human beings. We may have special gifts. We may be really connected. A lot of you guys are too, Some of you are even more gifted, but maybe just do things personally, privately among your friends and stuff, which is how I started off, because I don't know, it's about a confidence level. Like, I know a lot of you come out and say, hey, I'd love to have my own channel, but I'm not really confident. And I understand that, because that's kind of where I was, But, I also had a lot of experience already in graphic design and production and a little bit of computer experience and stuff. So it wasn't quite as hard production-wise for me to get into it. Also, I was, I think I was, also I was, I had been an actor. Well, I went to school for acting and stuff. So being able to kind of show myself, present myself, and speak things weren't quite so hard, but it still can be hard. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so you can hear the scratching. Oh, you heard my tummy digest. I had my morning coffee. Sometimes when you run out of ink, you have to push a little harder. I might, do this in spurts. Just set the marker down and set everything down and let the marker get juicy again. Check on the other things I like to check on in the morning before I go about my day. Melanie was just saying, you don't have to just rush. And so even though I don't have the same tendency that she does, I'm not fire, I'm water. So I'm a little more languid. But I do have I have the Virgo moon, which makes me feel like I must be productive, must do things, must check off my list. I do have to go to the post office and things like that. I have private readings to do, and I would like to provide another pick a card for you. But, and now I have to let my kitty cat in because he's at the window. That's their door. All right, let's check on the cards and see how they look together again. Pretty even. I'll have to go back and get some spots. I might even go back over all of this with my new juicy markers. There goes my stomach. But but yeah, it's like I'm trying to look through I'm like, woo, depth perception. I'm gonna go ahead and stop, and then if you like this, you can always replay it over and over again. But I gotta let my kitty in and probably let the marker get juicy again. Give it a little break, let it sit and get juicy again. Okay. This is the best part though. I just like making it get... I wonder what makes people like these kinds of sounds, this kind of motion. Is it the Virgo in you guys? Like, oh, you missed a spot. Get it right there. Get that spot. There, my air condition popped back on again. I'll finish this one off, and then I'll go let my kitty in and start my day. Well, I guess it's already started. Oh yeah, I wanted to sing some songs on Smule too. I bought a red wig, you guys, so you might get to see me if you guys are subscribers. Some of you might be. Like, I'm not sure this audience, the ASMR audience. And like, you can comment if you want to, but please remember we're sisters here. It's not about judging, it's about just trying to find ways that want to feel close to me, cozy with me, want to hang out with me. And this is what I do sometimes, sit on my bed and do stuff like this. I know a lot of you like my voice, so that's why I'm talking to. But if you don't, if you just want to hear the sound, you can just hear the sound. Alright. This needs to be a little bit smoother. I definitely think if you have a Virgo moon, if you're a Virgo, like my friend V Love and Crystals, who loves to edge things, this is like heaven for them. If you have a Virgo moon, maybe Virgo rising, maybe large Virgo placements, this might definitely be soothing. So it could be a Virgo thing, but it could, you guys tell me. That's a good thing you can comment. Like, tell me what your sign is, why you like ASMR. Does this satisfy you? Why does it satisfy you? Do you even know if it satisfies you? All right. So that's it for now. Thank you guys. I'll be doing a reading later. Bye-bye.